Hey friends, I'm Amber Brezicki, owner of Biceps After Babies and the founder of Macros 101. And since you're watching this video, I have to assume that at least a part of you is interested in joining Macros 101, and maybe you have some questions. So I'm sitting down here today to answer some of those questions, so let's dive in. So the first question is, how does Macros 101 work? How do we have thousands of women who have gotten results through this program? Macros 101 is based on 3 pillars. Pillar number 1 is content. When you join Macros 101, you'll have access into our members portal. Inside of the members portal, we have content that is going to walk you through a tried and tested and true 5-step process that we've taught thousands of women to be able to get results. Step number 1, setting your starting macro numbers. My clients who are most successful have macros that are customized to them. Struggling macro counters use random numbers off of MyFitnessPal or a calculator they found online, and they aren't truly customized to them. So step number 1 for you getting success in this journey is to set your starting macro numbers. Now, most people will go and say, okay, I'm just gonna go to a free calculator, I'm gonna plug in my details, and boom, they're gonna give me my macro numbers, and then I just have to follow them to success. But in reality, what you don't understand is that you're plugging inaccurate data, or you're plugging something into the calculator that it doesn't understand, or you're telling your calculator, hey, I wanna lose weight, when in reality, you really need to be working on your metabolism first. Then those numbers that get spit out aren't going to be accurate for you. And we all know that a dress that you pull off the rack, just like a random dress, is not going to fit you as well as one that is custom tailored to you. And it's the same with your macros. So step number 1 inside of Macros 101, I teach you how to set your starting macros as the macro scientist to dive into this journey with confidence that you're starting off on the right foot. Inside of Macros 101, we have a self-assessment that will allow you to know which phase you should start with. This is where a lot of women get it wrong and they start in the incorrect phase. So we'll make sure that you're starting with the correct phase and then starting with those macros that are gonna really kick you off to be able to find success in your journey. Step number 2, building your customized meal plan. Now, I know what you may be thinking, a meal plan sounds so restrictive and like I have to follow this and I have to eat the way that it says. But in Macros 101, you'll be creating your own meal plan so that you're able to not only hit your macros, hit your goals, but fill it with food that you actually enjoy and you actually want to eat. This is not about just eating boiled chicken and broccoli one more time because dang it, you want to get results. This is about combining those 2 worlds of making an effective and yet enjoyable plan. And when you create your own meal plan, you'll be in control of that so that you'll be able to eat the foods you love. For me, it was ice cream, and be able to see the results that you want. And inside Macros 101, I've made it really easy to create your own personal customized meal plan that's going to be effective and enjoyable for you. Step number 3, removing the mental blocks. I've seen it over and over and over again as I've coached women who have all the tools, they have the knowledge, they have the understanding, and yet for some reason they don't execute it consistently. What keeps these smart, successful women from actually doing the things that they know are going to get them the results? The answer? Themselves. By this point, you are starting to understand that knowing something and doing it, they aren't the same thing. And if you don't figure this out, you're gonna stay stuck and frustrated thinking that you just have to try harder or you just have to want it more, when in reality, what's keeping you stuck is some hidden mental blocks. These hidden mental blocks are blind spots. You cannot see them. It's not like you can just figure them out and remove them. They're hidden. And that's what makes them so tricky. But when you get to the root of what's causing you to self-sabotage, then you can fix it and move forward, and it's easy. Consistency becomes easy. Now, like I said, these mental blocks are blind spots. You can't see them. It's like the back of your head. It's there, but you cannot see them. And so inside of Macros 101, through exercises and powerful coaching, we're gonna start to uncover those mental blocks that have been keeping you stuck in the past. And if you're someone who struggled with consistency, then you are likely struggling with one of the 5 mental blocks that, unless you remove, is going to keep you stuck. And we will work through those mental blocks together inside Macros 101. Step number 4, data-driven macro adjustments. This is the step that separates the macro dieter. Remember the woman who just follows her macros and doesn't really know how to adjust them, doesn't really know how to do anything other than just stick to her numbers, from the macro scientist who is able to wield and create a customized plan that's dynamic and adjust to fit it to her life, her body, her goals, and what she enjoys. Inside Module 4, I'll be teaching you the secrets of making adjustments to your macros throughout your journey. This is a secret that most macro coaches won't teach you because it allows you to have to come back to them over and over and over again for adjustments. Instead, I give you all of the tools, the training, and the expertise to be able to do it for yourself in your own journey. And because I know from coaching lots of people that you'll probably have questions and you'll second guess yourself as you get started in making these adjustments, the coaches and I will be there to guide you and answer any questions along the way so you can feel confident that any of the adjustments you are making is moving you forward in your journey. Step number 5, executing your reverse diet. What causes 95% of women who lose weight to regain it back and even sometimes more? The answer? Metabolic adaptation. Our metabolisms are adaptable, meaning if you feed your body less calories over time, it will adapt to burning less calories, which means when you finish your diet and you start eating normally and jump those calories up, you're going to see a big weight gain and oftentimes even surpass your starting weight. That is normal. That's how our bodies respond. But do not despair. Just like metabolic adaptation can happen downward, metabolic adaptation can also happen upward. And that's the beauty of a reverse diet. If you're somebody who has been able to be successful losing weight in the past but not maintaining it, likely you are missing the reverse diet. What a reverse diet looks like is slowly adding calories so that we can increase that metabolic rate and maintain the results that you've gotten while eating more food. And if you're like most women, this sounds very scary, it sounds very counterintuitive, and it sounds like you're going to be flushing all of your hard work down the drain. When in reality, the reverse diet is the only way to have the results that you have accomplished stick around for years to come. So inside of Macros 101, I not only walk you through how to do a reverse diet, but I'm also going to be coaching you through the process so that when you are worried or stressed or wondering what you're doing and if this is even going to work, me and the coaches can help guide you through the process. So that's it. That's the 5 steps that make up the content of Macros 101. Number 1, I teach you how to set your starting macros. Number 2, I teach you how to create a customized meal plan. Number 3, we're going to help you to remove those mental blocks that are keeping you stuck. Number 4, you're going to learn how to make data-driven adjustments to your macros. And number 5, how to execute your reverse diet so that you can maintain the results long-term. The second pillar in Macros 101 is community. And you already know that community is so important, that you are the compilation of the people that you spend time with. What would it look like if you joined a community of women who were so driven and focused on reaching their goals that they were willing to invest in a program to make it happen? How would it feel to not feel alone in this journey, but to have other women who were going through it alongside of you that you could bounce ideas off of, that you could get help from, that you could find and build relationships with? That's what we have inside of Macros 101. You're never going to feel alone. You're never going to feel like you're the only one who feels a certain way. And you're going to be uplifted by women who are sharing their goals, sharing their successes, sharing their wins. And because of that, you're going to have more success. Success breeds success, my friends. And when you put yourself in a community of women who are working towards their goals with a common purpose and a common way that they're doing it, there's so much power for you in your journey. And the last pillar is coaching. And I think this is really what sets Macros 101 apart from so many other programs. You will not find the deep transformational coaching that we provide inside of Macros 101 anywhere else. Instead of telling you what to do and waiting for you to execute it, which seems like it would be great, but actually doesn't work in the long run, we actually provide deep transformational coaching from a level that actually creates transformation from the inside out. Telling somebody what to do, giving somebody advice, doesn't set them up for long-term success. Just cheerleading them, telling them they're doing a good job, or making them feel guilty when they don't do it, doesn't produce long-term success. And that's what most coaches do. They're glorified cheerleaders or glorified advice givers. Instead, you will actually find deep transformational coaching inside of Macros 101. Our goal is to help you learn to tap into the answers that are inside of you. Our goal is to help you step into the role of the macro scientist so that you don't need us long-term. Our goal is to help you realize that the expert on your body isn't me, it isn't the other coaches, but it's actually you. We are not gurus. We're not here to create your plan for you and tell you to execute it. We're here to help you craft a plan, to help you get unstuck, to help you figure out what's really holding you back so that you can get rid of it. We like to think of it as like spinach in your teeth. You know when you go to the restaurant and you get spinach in your teeth and your friend who's so nice leans over and like, hey girlfriend, you got a little spinach in your teeth. And you're like, oh, and you can take care of it and you can get rid of it. That's what coaching is. Oftentimes, the things that are keeping us stuck are blind spots. We can't see them, and we need somebody to help point them out. That is what the coaching is like inside of Macros 101. It's deep, it's transformational, it's unlike anything you've ever experienced, and it's what makes the difference and what allows our clients to not only get initial success, but long-term transformation. Now, when I start talking about the coaching, a question I often get is the coaching personalized? Am I going to be able to get answers to my questions in the program? And the answer is a big heck yes. We believe that coaching is most transformational when it's done on the individual level. And so inside of Macros 101, we have a couple of ways that you're able to access coaching. One, inside of our private community, you can feel free 24/7 to post a question in that community, and you'll be able to have a back and forth with a coach to be able to help you work through your question and be able to have clarity on your next step. We also have access to live coaching, where you can get on a call with me or one of the other coaches and be able to walk back and forth in a coaching conversation to help you get unstuck. So if you have a question and you ask it inside of Macros 101, you will get a personalized and customized answer to your question. And not only that, because our coaching is done in a group setting, you will receive value from other people in the community. Because here's the truth. You can only ask questions about what you know you don't know. You cannot ask questions about what you don't know that you don't know. And that's the value of being in a group. People are going to ask questions that you never thought to ask. People are going to bring things up that you never thought to get coaching on, and you're going to be able to witness and see that coaching and how it can be applied to your life. Okay, the next question. Who is a right fit for Macros 101? The woman who is a right fit is somebody who has a physical goal that they have not yet achieved. So whether you want to lose fat or gain muscle or improve performance or improve your relationship with food or increase the amount of food that you're able to eat and improve your metabolism, Macros 101 is for you. I know that the 101 makes it sound very basic. I suck at naming things. I'm just going to be like straight up. So I know it makes it sound like it's just for beginners. And if you are a beginner to Macros 101, you have everything you need to be able to start from ground zero and be successful. But I didn't create Macros 101 just for beginners. I created it for any woman who has a goal who hasn't achieved it yet. If you have not yet achieved your goal, there's something holding you back. There's something that is keeping you from getting that goal, and that's what we're going to do together and uncover and work through inside of Macros 101. I'm going to be helping you to build a customized plan where you're in charge, where you're the scientist of your journey, and allow you to be able to get those long-term results. Somebody who Macros 101 is not for is somebody who just wants to be told what to do. If you're somebody who you're like, Amber, just give me a meal plan. Amber, just give me a workout plan and I will go and I'll go do it. I'll be a good little student. I'll go do it. That's very well intentioned. And I know that sounds maybe like, that's what I want. If that's the case, you're not going to enjoy Macros 101. It's not going to be a good fit for you because that's not how I've created this program, because that doesn't work long term. It sounds nice. It sounds like that would be a great way to have this go and super easy. But in reality, you've probably had a meal plan before. You've probably had a workout plan before, and for some reason it didn't work and you didn't execute it, and here we are. And so because I've seen that, that's not how Macros 101 is set up. So if you want someone to tell you what to do, you want somebody else to be the guru, go find it. There's plenty of coaches out there who will do that for you. It's not how I coach because it is not the most effective coaching. Inside Macros 101, we're gonna give you the keys to the kingdom. We're gonna give you the power in your journey, and we're gonna teach you to become your own coach and your own macro scientist in your journey. Another question I get is, if I'm doing a reverse diet, Amber, is Macros 101 for me? And the answer is a heck yes. Inside Module 5, I will walk you step by step through how to execute a reverse diet so that you don't mess it up. But even more than that, you will have access to coaches who will be able to guide you through the process. If you've never done a reverse diet before, there's a lot of stuff that comes up. It can be very scary and counterintuitive to add calories. And how much more confident would you be? How much more successful would you be if you had a plan to follow, you had somebody to ask questions, you had somebody to troubleshoot, you had other women who were doing it alongside of you? My guess is you'd be much more successful in your reverse diet, and you wouldn't throw away all of your hard-earned results. That's why if you are executing or thinking about executing or in the process of executing a reverse diet, I highly, highly suggest joining Macros 101. You'll also find a lot of value inside of Module 3 as we start to uncover those mental blocks that are keeping you stuck. They really start to creep up during your reverse diet. And then also in Module number 4, where we talk about making data-driven adjustments. It's gonna be really valuable to you as you move through that reverse diet. So yes, if you are doing a reverse diet or you think that may be the next step for you, Macros 101 is absolutely the right spot for you. The last question I'm going to answer is, what is the difference between Macros 101 and Macros 101 plus one-on-one coaching? I will start by saying the vast majority, 97% of women who joined Macros 101 joined Macros 101. However, we know that there are women who would like a little bit more hand-holding. They'd like a little bit more one-on-one time with one coach. And for that reason, we created a VIP option that we call Macros 101 plus one-on-one coaching. And just like it sounds, you get access to all of the group coaching in Macros 101, the group coaching in the community, the group coaching on the coaching calls. And in addition, you are paired one-to-one with a certified Biceps After Babies coach who becomes your coach, who you can message at any time, who is going to do weekly check-ins with you, who is going to get to know you on a deeper level and be able to be there for you through this process. So if you want something that's a little bit more personalized, a little bit more private, a little bit more intimate, Macros 101 plus one-on-one coaching may be for you. However, for most of the women who join Macros 101, they get extreme value out of Macros 101 at a lower price point. So really, the option is up to you. Do you want a more VIP level experience? Or do you want to do what most women do, which is join Macros 101 and be able to have access to the group coaching and the community and the content inside of there? All right, if you've made it to this point of the video, I have to assume you're pretty interested in Macros 101. And I want to thank you for listening to this. Hopefully it answered some questions for you. When you are ready to join, go ahead and click the link. And I can't wait to be your coach inside of Macros 101. See ya.